Wide Open Hope, which is taking off the ground tremendously, and it hasn't turned back since, and it's growing as you go on, as you go out there in the community and you build, build, build. Tell us about your foundation and what you have going on.
Well, thank you. What it is, Eyes Wide Open Hope came in a vision when God showed me how our youth were dying in the streets senselessly and at an alarming number. And what happened was I came with the vision and I came to a group of people and said that we need eyes wide open hope to show our people that we need to have our eyes wide open to understand that we need hope in our community. So what we did, we just started reaching out to different people, and certain things can't be changed unless you are involved in certain things. So I got into politics at the lower spectrum of the Democratic Party, so I can talk with other leaders, so we can redirect and put a strategy together where though we can help our people socially and economically, so that we don't have to depend on robbing, stealing, selling drugs. This don't have to be our norm, and this is why we came up with Eyes Wide Open.
Okay, great. Because I'm also the district leader in the North Ward,
Right.
District 25.
Right.
So we both have something in common.
That's right.
And what I've seen now in my time, growing up, there isn't a lot of hope. It just seems like it's just been, the light has just been dimming out.
Right.
Because the only way that people think that they'll get out their situation is being on the corner or doing, something wrong. Because it's not easy. And anything that doesn't come easy, people don't want to do. They don't want to put in the work. They don't want to put in the effort. So they do whatever's easy. And if it requires any of those two things, they're not going to be committed to it.
Well, we also do this thing we call street interviews, and went out and started doing the interviews and talking to the people, asking them what is it that if they were the mayor, what would they change, or if they were in the politics, what would they change? I asked one guy.
Did any of them say the mayor?
What they did say that they were doing a good job. Even as a new politician, I still don't somewhat go into, because what I do is I put the people first. Because if we don't understand what's going on in our community, we're not going to be able to change anything. So, with me and you becoming politicians, and congratulations
Thank you.
for winning your election. That was great. And if we understand what district leaders do, if we connect with all district leaders run the South Ward. We will relate things to the mayor, I believe, and show them things that we need to show them in our community. And if we all on the same page, we can make a difference by uniting powerful minds. United Nation of Powerful Minds is another page that we have, where you have different leaders come and unite with another leader and come up with solutions to the problems that's plaguing our community, as far as drugs, prostitution, gambling. It's a whole lot of things that's putting our community for us not to be able to get to a level of achievement. Because this is what's going on. If you actually open your eyes and look at the reality, our reality, you will see the truth in it. Once we're able to embrace that reality, then and only then we will be able to change it. But we are afraid to say what it is because we'll be politically incorrect. But I don't have time for that. When I'm watching every other day a black kid lose their life, I don't have time to be politically correct when I see mothers losing their child, crying over caskets. It's not as bad as the people that's doing the bad things. What we need to do is get the ones that want something and join together to make something happen.
And like you said, one key thing you said earlier was leaders. We don't have those leaders. Everybody want to be a boss, but nobody want to be a leader because bosses come and go. Anybody can be a boss, but to be a leader makes more leaders and not just followers. And we have so many people who don't get that point about being a leader. So when we was growing up, we had leaders such as Martin Luther King, we had Malcolm X, and those were the people who we idolized and who we wanted to be like because of what they stood for, especially in the civil rights movement. Because coming up early in this stage in North, remember the riots and all of those things, it was tough. We wasn't trying to mock their hairstyle or the glasses or what they wore. We was trying to mock them as being a leader. We don't see that too much anymore. People say, I want to be the next Barack Obama, but the numbers, I'm sure, has finally decreased over the years. Do they really want to run the United States? Do they actually put in the time or even put in the discipline to do these things as far as being a leader in our community? Because we can't take anybody where they're not willing to go. And I find a lot of unwillingness in people not wanting to do things. It requires work. And again, people aren't willing to put in the work.
My brother, there's a lot of people not going to put in the work, but brothers like yourself, Street Doctor, myself, a lot of other people that really do want something. One guy said, black people don't want nothing. Just crash. This is a black man saying it to me. So I asked him the question, do you want something out of life? He's like, man, I want something. And I said to him, well, guess what? You're not the only black person that wants something. So by you keep saying that we are crashing the buckets, you wanted to crash in the buckets and pulling it down because you're giving it life. What we need to give life is economical and social growth, the willingness to let each other live in this community, to let our people know that we can do the job again, put the confidence back in our people so they can understand that if we don't do this and stick together, stand together and unite, we're going to fail future generations by the millions. And this is to let our race know that it's not us being racist, it's us being what every other race is being to their own race. It's not we're saying that we don't want to hire this person, that person, but they're not hiring us. It's not an economical balance where we can be proud of in our own community. There's not a Puerto Rican store on the corner that I can say that has employed an Afro-American. But you have these stores, these liquor stores, these Chinese stores all in our community. Chinese food is nothing but culinary arts. Why don't we have Afro-American Chinese stores in our own community?
That's true. Sometimes you see some of the Asians who have Jamaican stores. They cook Jamaican food. They cook halal food. So you're right. Why haven't we invested our time in other things? Just because they're claiming it, their name is on it, doesn't mean that we can't do it. We can do it. More than one person built the car. Henry Ford wasn't the only person. They all do the same thing. They all drive down the road. They all break down. So we can do that.
That's right.
Please,
my thing with you is that you're inspirational. You're passionate, and this is where I agree to come on the show because your passion is what drives people to you to understand that you're just not out here to be out here for recognition or a name. You're out here to make a difference, and I believe that God has given you a purpose of leadership, commitment. Because I see that you're very committed, and I want to surround myself with committed people that's really ready to bring our people to the next level. Not just say it, but actually be about it. And this is what I see certain people I named them, as well as yourself, actually being about what our people need. We can't continue to be greedy. We can't continue to be selfish. And this is why we don't get where we need to be, because we don't work with each other the way we need to. Not we want to, but the way we need to, because if we don't work together, we're going to continuously be stagnated in any field of growth that's out here. I say we don't have a piece on this social economical monopoly board. Everybody's running a building on a monopoly board. We're just landing on their property. We're paying the taxes. We're paying the rent. And put another game in the toy.
Come on.
This is how we have to live our life. We have to move strategically.
What you talking
in life.
about?
We have to have our team will get knocked down. Our queen is not